What's going on YouTube? Kevin here with a video review for the Ballistic Shell Gel series case for iPhone 4 and iPhone 4S. Before I begin this review, I'd like to thank Andrea and the whole crew out there at the Ballistic Review program for accepting me into the program and allowing me to review this case. Go ahead and check out their website, guys. Link will be down below in the video description as always. So this case is actually kind of a more common case, and the Ballistic case company is kind of one to want to protect your phone, and that's more or less the idea of a case. But this takes protecting your phone to a nice new, I wouldn't say new level, but it has a different technology that I have tested, kind of unfortunately, but I can now say safely that I trust my phone in this case's hands. So this case, we'll move our iPhone for a second, has two parts to it, but they actually claim it has three layers to it, which is kind of weird. But we have the ballistic shock absorbent polymer, which is this black, like kind of dotted pattern you see here in the back, and surrounding that is the tough impact resistant polycarbonate shell, which is this red part here. It does give a little bit, but that's kind of by design, but it is still rather sturdy. And of course, you have the second part of the case, which is the silicone part, which is supposed to act as the impact resistant shock absorbent material that helps protect your phone in the event that you should drop it. So we are now going to install our iPhone into the case, our iPhone 4S. I would strongly suggest putting the silicone part on first. That seems easiest. Make sure it's all snug and fit, and then popping on the outer polycarbonate shell with the shock absorbent polymer on it. So we'll take a look around the case. We will see that it does fit nicely, and everything about the case is very well built. Everything's cut nicely, and it just overall is a very good experience. You have a nice, haptic, tactile feel to the buttons here. You have nice wide access to the silent ringer switch up here at the top with the headphone jack. You have a nice large cutout for that, so it can accommodate for a lot of different size headphones. No real problems in terms of the secondary mic coverage or anything like that. Headphones generally should work with this cutout. If not, silicone does give way a little bit, so you kind of can force your headphones in there if you happen to have a larger jack. We also have a nice tactile haptic feedback button with the sleep wake button. On the bottom here, we have nice wide access to your 30-pin dock connector, your microphone, and your speaker. No sound obstruction with that. And on the back here, we have no camera obstruction, despite the fact that it does have something weird going on with the separation between the lens and the camera flash. But overall, I really do like this case, and here's why. It does what it does. Now, a lot of people, when they review their cases, they tend to not actually want to drop them in case of the event that it does break. And I will admit that I generally don't, but I had the kind of misfortune, I guess, of having to been in a situation where I did actually drop my phone. It wasn't my fault, but here's what happened. I was actually standing outside an outdoor flea market. There were cement slabs on the ground, and my brother accidentally nudged with his elbow. He nudged this phone out of my hands, and it did some tumbles in the air, and then it hit on the corner, like this, and then continued to do maybe 1.5 rolls on the ground like that, and it landed face down. So at first I was like, oh my gosh, did my phone break? But of course, you guys can tell this is in pristine condition, and no scratches on the front of the case, or this is actually a screen protector, and any scratches that were on there are from pre-existing things, not from that particular drop. And the good thing about this is that in addition to its lay on the table design, which you can kind of see right there, it has these special corners, and they call them ballistic corners. You can see here, if I can focus it right there is B for ballistic. These corners protrude from the case. You can see from the corners of the case, and in the event that you drop your phone, it'll drop on that corner, and it will absorb a lot of the impact of the drop, and it will not transfer that energy to your phone, thus not really breaking it. And I did test this out. Unfortunately, I didn't really mean to, but this does fall from a decent height and does not break. I'm a guy that is 5'9" tall, more or less, and from about where I'd be holding it at my waist or at my torso-ish area, dropping it and having it actually be forcefully pushed out of my hands and having it drop on the hard cement ground, tumble a few times, and not have it break is pretty stellar and pretty phenomenal. So nothing but really good things to say about this case. The only bad thing I have to say about it is really just my personal preference. I am not a fan of silicone. Anyone that has known me for a while will know that I do not like silicone cases because I do not like sticking this in my pocket. Me being a guy, I do tend to stick my phone in my pocket more or less, more often than not, and having it, getting stuck pushing it in or pulling out my entire pocket whenever I remove it. It's kind of a pain, but if that doesn't really bother you, then that shouldn't deter you from getting this case. Also, because it's silicone, it's kind of hard to clean. It gets dusty very easily. Not a fan of that, but that's something, again, if you don't really care for silicone, or I shouldn't say it, but if you don't really care about cleaning or caring for silicone, then I would definitely recommend this case. Now, how much will you pay for a case like this? Well, you would pay $34.99 for a case like this, and that's something it's pretty normal, actually, for a standard iPhone case to go for, $25, $30, $35. And the fact that this is $35 and it protects your phone a lot better than most cases actually would, I would definitely go for it. I have seen this gone for $29.99 on other places like Amazon, but you can find it for, relatively lower prices than just $35 retail. And if you can find it for a lower price, I would definitely recommend it. It does a great job. If you don't really care for caring for the silicone in terms of the dusty, cleaning, maintenance, and stuff like that, then I would definitely recommend it. So everything's very great about this case, all the buttons and everything, it's just a wonderful case, and I would definitely recommend it for anyone who's looking for a solution for a protective case that's not too bulky, not all that heavy, but you still want to protect your case in the event that you should accidentally drop it. So this has been the video review for the Ballistic Shell Gel series case for iPhone 4 and iPhone 4S. Again, I want to thank Andrea and the whole crew out there, the Ballistic Review Program, for letting me review this case. Go ahead and check out the website, guys. Link will be down below in the video description as always. So thanks for watching, guys. Please feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe for more content in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next video.